Flex Zone Podcast. Only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. Episode 347. Getting ready to come to you live from the man cave. Again, the Flex Zone Podcast. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hit that bell for all notifications, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. As I said, 347, closer to heaven. We're talking Kyrie. We're talking Bradley Beal. We're previewing that NBA draft, and we're talking about the Golden State Warriors dynasty. As I said, make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. Let us know your comments down below. Loaded show. Talking about Lamar Jackson, talking about Kyrie, as I mentioned, Bradley Beal, and so much more. Flex on Podcast. We count it down, and we'll be with you live here. The only place giving you your sports how you want it, when you need it. That's right. More lit than Afram and more anticipated than that Artscape and that funnel cake, Big Raj. It's the Flex Zone Podcast, episode 347, Closer to Heaven. Only place, fellas, giving you your sports how you want it.
When you need it.
We're back again. Big shout out to Snowman in the building. He beat cancer once again. Shout out to the Snowman. We see you, brother. Appreciate your support. As always, everybody checking in. Thank you. Make sure y'all subscribe. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that bell for all notifications. And hey, Miss Stevens. She's saying what's up to you, Big Raj. Episode 347.
Back on Facebook.
Yes, we are back on Facebook. Breaking news. Miss Stevens, if you haven't, please subscribe to our YouTube. If you are on YouTube, we would appreciate it. Just look us up, Flex Zone Podcast. We are trying to grow our channel. We appreciate the support. And if you love Raj, like we know you do, go over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I'm sure Raj will give you all the information. Mr. Bates, what's going on, brother? Appreciate you as always. Keep sending that link out. Appreciate help as always. Thank you, Miss Stevens. Appreciate the love. As I said tonight, talking Kyrie, talking Bradley Beal, talking Lamar Jackson, talking about the NBA Finals. And of course, we get goofy with Crevonte as well. So much to talk about. And we're here for you here in the Man Cave, back again for episode 347. Shout out to Tiffany. See you in the building. But as you guys know, cannot do this show alone. Got the crew with me. Fantastic Four. And I'm starting it off with the social media producer himself, the man that makes these videos look pristine, the man who wants that funnel cake, Big Raj, and not too long, the birthday boy. What's up, my brother?
Yeah, man. The more and more the years go by, the more and more I do not want my birthday to come. I'm not even going to sit here and lie. I don't get excited for my birthday anymore. I used to get excited back when I was,
Shout
out, Crevonte. Back in my teenage years, I used to get excited. I was like, oh, I'm about to be an adult. I'm about to be in these streets. I'm about to be lit. I'm about to be 20, 21, 22, 23. I was when I was a young pup, but nowadays it's just like, it's another birthday. And I'm just trying to fight off gray hair, Just trying to fight it back, baby. Trying to fight it back.
You get that Beijing, baby. Get the Beijing sponsorship.
Trying to still look beautiful, and young in these cameras, if you know what I'm saying. But it was a good weekend. I missed that Fram. I wish I would have went down there, but it's all good. I saw Lightyear this weekend though. Lightyear was pretty good, and I had it was an awesome day. No, didn't have to work, chilling at the crib, just doing what I do.
Well, no Jurassic World comes out on your birthday.
No, what, Dre?
No Jurassic for you this weekend?
I saw Jurassic last weekend.
Okay.
So I saw the dinosaurs eat the people. They ate the hell out of them.
Forget all that, Raj. We're burying the lead here. You know, on your birthday, one of the three greatest white men of all time has a biopic releasing. Will you be in the movie theater watching Elvis?
Hey, yo.
Not, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't think I am. I don't think I'm gonna go see Elvis this weekend. I think I want to go to a nice, like, super nice restaurant. I just want to just pick out and enjoy my 35th. You know, you only turn 35 once.
Yo,
Well,
Byron, you a fool, bro. I forgot.
hey
I really
man,
forgot about that for a second.
he's finally getting a biopic. You know, we got a couple movies on White Jesus, and we're gonna get one on Tom Brady. You know, before it's all said and done. So
But
just
don't
stay
forget,
tuned.
about the other two white men. You know, you got Eminem, you got your boy Tom Brady, baby.
Yeah, that's what I said. We get a Tom Brady movie at some point.
I
Eminem,
can't.
he's black. Eminem, we don't count. He's black. He's pretty much black.
I'm about to say
We got
Tom Brady. They got the documentary.
right, but you know he's gonna get a biopic at some point. He'll probably play himself. You know
Yeah,
that.
of course. He's still gonna look young playing himself.
Yes. Tiffany saying happy birthday as well as Miss Stevens. So
Thank
shout out
you.
everybody. Say what's up to Raj. And Raj, let the people know. We got a lot of people in here. Let them know how to keep up with us on the YouTube as well. Got people that want to subscribe. We're almost at 700.
So please, if you haven't subscribed on the YouTube page, please go to the Flex Zone podcast on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that bell for notifications. We're trying to get over 1,000. We're close to our goals. So please, if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, the Flex Zone podcast on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. We got a lot of videos coming up. Got the NBA draft coming up. We might do a live for that. Probably AEW Dynamite this week. And we got some other stuff coming this weekend as well. So please hit that subscribe button, the Flex Zone podcast, and stay tuned for more videos.
Thank you for that, Raj. Shout out to Miss Queen. He is the voice of reason. He is the captain of the goofy ship. He is the man bold like that ginger ale, baby. And he wants that money to drip on down to the city, baby. Overtime for Mr. Crevonte, baby. And it looks like Crevonte, you hit another over. Speaking of over, for the Stanley Cup Finals, my brother.
Hey man, it's every game, brother. Just every single game, just every time, man. That's just what these two teams, when they come together, that's what they do. I just want to say, Raj, I hope you ain't lying about your age again, because we gotta at some point we gotta do better. All right? Okay.
About my age. Do you so sexy? I look in the camera right now. What are you talking about, baby?
Yo. It screams AARP, and that's what security is. Them checks, you cashing them checks, baby. You cashing them checks, baby. So stop lying to the people, all right?
Hey, just remember, Crevonte, I feed women meat, okay? I feed women meat. So you remember that. You remember that.
Why?
Whether I remember or forget it, stop lying about your age. That's all I want to know. But yes, another Monday evening. Happy Juneteenth, good people, for all of those that were off today and celebratory fashion. Had a great weekend, chilled, relaxed, hung out a little bit, hit a couple cookouts, hung out with the moms, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'm ready to get back to the good old Flex Zone. Also, guys, yes, I want to reiterate what my brothers have said. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Help us get there. Help us get there.
Well, this next man needs no introduction. He is the head of the Flex Zone table. You can start your day with a cup of Dre each and every day. He is the A-lister, the man more phenomenal than AJ Styles. He is the Don of this here, the Flex Zone podcast, as well as super producer himself, the man of 1,000 nicknames, the straw that stirs the drink, the man who tells him to take a ride on Space Mountain, baby, the man who tells him cash the check. And he is Mr. Afram himself, shaking hands with the big dogs. LaAndre Melton, the man worth 50 million, and the biggest disciple of them all, the Dominican disciple himself, Andre Melton. What's up, my brother?
What's going on, my good brother? Happy Juneteenth to all my woken warriors out there. Happy early birthday, Unk. And like Crevonte said, man, I mean, it was good this weekend. I got to see my old man at the cookout. It was a nice family cookout. The day before that, I had a cookout on my mother's side. So shout out to that. My lovely girlfriend was in attendance for both of them, of course, right by my side. And like my brother said, man, make sure y'all like and subscribe to our channel. So we are on that road to 1,000. Let's get it.
Well, speaking of on the road, This next man could be on the road. You've seen the picture in the thumbnail. Maybe why join this video here today. One of Crevonte's favorites when it comes to goofiness, Mr. Kyrie Irving himself. It appears that the Kyrie Irving Brooklyn Nets saga will be interesting to watch. It appears reports came out today that the two teams are at an impasse. He does have a player option this season for 36 million, 36.5 million. Let me make sure I get all the man his money with the Nets, but there are rumors that he could be possibly traded. He could opt out. And rumors are, I'm gonna start with you, Dre. Rumors are landing spots, Lakers, Knicks, and even a dark horse of the Clippers, I'm hearing. Dre, when you hear about this with Kyrie Irving, what do you think? And will you take him in La La Land with your Lakers?
You know what? There was a meme that was out that said, um, swap Westbrook for Kyrie. So that way KD and Westbrook could reunite and LeBron and Kyrie could reunite. And honestly,
What?
You know what?
That sounds terrible. That sounds horrible. For everybody.
It sounds horrible for everybody, but I'm here for all, as they say at WWE. We want the smoke. I want it all. I would definitely love that. Can you imagine the storylines that are gonna come out of this, out of New York and LA, especially LeBron? Because Kyrie, I think it honestly the pairing would work better for LeBron and Kyrie as opposed to Westbrook and KD. That would only be for a year, but I think with LeBron and Kyrie, I mean Kyrie kind of had some humble pie, saying that it was kind of his fault, the departure that they had when they were together. They made good basketball. The Lakers, I think that, as crazy as it sounds, though, they need somebody that's going to be able to facilitate the offense, so he can be point guard when LeBron's on the bench.
And he can't do that.
He can still score. So they need extra scoring. I think that it would be beneficial if he did go to the Lakers. If he went to the Knicks, who did the Knicks have? R.J. Barrett? That's not going to work.
Julius Randle.
And then the Clippers. That's not. I don't see that situation really panning out either. So we shall see. But I think the best landing spot out of those three teams is the Lakers.
Crevonte, I'm gonna let you hop in.
Man, he's talking that goofiness. I want to see. You want to see drama. You want to see TV. You want to see reality TV. That's what you want to see, Drake. If that's what you want to see, just say that.
But I just gave you good basketball analysis, though.
No, you didn't. You said he facilitates. He facilitates for who? Himself? He doesn't facilitate nothing in Brooklyn.
He can play the point guard position when LeBron's
on
the bench.
Can't. No, he can't. He is just like Westbrook and all them other goofy guys y'all trying to put in the point guard category, and they don't know how to point guard. There are two guards parading as point guards. It's not the same thing. It is not the same thing. But by all means, if the Lakers want to continue to be goofy, do it. By all means, do it.
Well, who do you take? Do you take Kyrie in that position, or would you take Westbrook?
I'm not taking none of them. I'm fine without neither one of them. I don't, because they're not gonna help me win. Neither one of them is helping me win, bro. I'm cool. I'm cool. They all can go. They absolutely all they can go. I hope you have a picture for Kyrie Irving, Byron, because I will be talking about this in depth a little bit later. But that is the goofiest thing I've heard in quite some time from you, Drake. If you just want to see a reality TV show, turn to VH1. But I think it's a terrible idea, Kyrie and La La Land, because I don't think Kyrie's learned any of his lessons. I don't think he's learned anything since he left LeBron James. Yes, he finally, I guess, kind of admitted that he had part in the reason why of the downfall of the two splitting, but I don't think he's learned anything. It's all about him. It's all about Kyrie. And one thing you can't be with the LeBron team or any team in general and succeed is be about yourself. It's always about the team first. And Kyrie's like, now don't get it twisted. I'm cool with him and the vaccine talk. I'm absolutely fine with that. That's different. But we all know how Kyrie is. Kyrie Irving is that one of them weird, emotional, non-communicating type of guy. He's a type B personality, and that just doesn't work for team success. But again, if they want to do that swap and continue to be goofy, that if that's how you want to use LeBron's last years with Kyrie trying to make that old mess work, cool. By all means, the Lakers will be in the same spot they were last year. It won't be much better for all that. And honestly, I don't think him going to New York will work either, because I don't think he really wants that smoke from the media. I mean, Brooklyn, you're close enough, but New York, it's a different animal over there. They trying to win too. Your best bet probably to go to the Clippers, but again, no matter where you go, you gotta remember you're not in charge, bro.
Raj, I gotta give you your thoughts, brother. What do you think? And would you take him in LA?
Oh man, I hate to go full Stephen A. Smith, but bro, I don't want no parts of Kyrie. No parts of Kyrie Irving in LA. I'm not sure if this brother's gonna play all 82 games or at least 70 games. I'm not sure if he's gonna show up to work. I just don't know about Kyrie, man. Can he play? Yes. Is he a great player? Of course. Is he one of the top 15 players in the league? Sure. But can I rely on him? I don't know about that. And I mean, and if he leaves Brooklyn, it's just like, okay, well, you didn't want to play with Durant. You already did not want to play with LeBron. And if you go to the New York Knicks, I mean, that's not going to make any difference either. So it's like you're at a rock and a hard place with Kyrie Irving. Everything he does at this point is just a big question mark. And right now, his career is a question mark. Like, where does his loyalties lie? Where is his head at? I mean, what does he want to do? I mean, every time I see Kyrie, it's like, bro, the lamp is not on. The light bulb is just not not clicking. Bro. And don't get me wrong, it's not like he's a dumb person or he's stupid. He's just not consistent. He's all over the place, man. One minute he wants to be an activist, the next minute he wants to be a basketball player, the next minute he wants to go clubbing. I mean, I don't know who this guy is, man. I really don't. I think hooping might be third on that list. So, I mean, would he play well in LA? Sure. I think he would if he was dedicated to play there. But I mean, we already seen this thing with him and LeBron James. We already know what it's like. I mean, it could be a great thing, but it's always has something to do with Kyrie's ego as well. So I'm not sure, man. I mean, I want him to be happy. That's what I want him to do. I just want whatever happens with him, I want him to be happy. I want him to be dedicated to doing whatever he wants to do. But him in Los Angeles with Anthony Davis and LeBron James, I don't know about that. I don't think it's gonna be a good.
So let me ask the panel this then: would you take Kyrie on a 1 year as opposed to a max deal?
I'm not taking Kyrie for nothing.
Yeah, I'm not taking him for anything even, man. I mean, if it is a 1 year deal, there got to be incentives in it, man. Like if you're gonna miss these amount of games, not due to injury or some other circumstances, like bro, you got to forfeit some of that salary back to us, bro. But yeah, on a 1 year, I don't know.
Listen, check this out. Real talk, bro. Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons need to be on like work plans. We need to set up like work plans for them. No, seriously, bro. And y'all all know what I'm talking about, bro. All of them need to be on work plans, bro. And y'all need to hit these goals in these quarters for this work plan to work, because I'm not dealing with neither one of them and their overly emotional ass. I'm not doing it, bro. Like, yo, as a GM, I'm not gonna have. I'm not having my job on the line because you don't know how you feel on Monday, because your emotion changed from Monday to Wednesday to Friday. I'm not doing this, bro. Y'all, everybody grown here. Everybody needs to take accountability for their actions, and nobody's holding neither one of these brothers accountable. And I hate it. No one. If we're going to sign Kyrie to a max or 1 year deal, he needs a work plan. I'm not doing it. I'm taking it back to the court like corporate jobs, cubicle jobs, whatever. Like, we need a work plan, bro.
You gotta wear a suit and tie.
You know,
I'm not even saying that, but you know what I mean.
you know what?
You need a work plan, bro. Both of y'all, bro.
Before we change, let me just tip my hat at my brother Crevonte, because I've never heard somebody so elegantly mix Baltimore and DC in one soliloquy like that. So hats off to you, brother.
Thanks, man.
Well, you know, Crevonte, guys like Ben Simmons and Kyrie will probably be why when a new CBA comes up, there'll be some type of load management. You're gonna have to play a certain amount of games to get your money. You know, guys like that.
Oh, there's gonna be much more than just load management. It's gonna be a whole overhaul of the current system taking place. Players stealing money.
People forget Popovich started this whole thing.
He did, and now it's about to be completely fixed and getting rid of, because players are really taking advantage of that system.
Yeah, Adam Silver said it when he was on NBA Countdown. He said there's going to be incentive for players to play every game. If you don't, it will affect your salary. So, just a fun fact for you guys watching.
As it
Any
should.
other thoughts?
If I'm an NBA fan, I want to see my favorite NBA players play, and not be wasting my money to see the bench players or some people coming off the street to come in there and play. I want to see guys like Giannis, LeBron, Anthony Davis, Westbrook, and all them other guys. You get your asses out there on the court.
I agree.
Yo, I completely agree. Like, bro, like the NBA has and never had an issue with the NBA when it comes to their fans or when it comes to their players. They usually do what's best, but this is one time where they would have to stick it to the players, because we got people paying to come see y'all. Like, y'all are the reason, and we're talking about the superstars here. Y'all are the reason people is coming out. Y'all are the reason why, if I'm trying to go to a Wizards game, why the prices are significantly higher when the Lakers play versus when the Magic play.
Right.
There's a reason for that. And if you travel all the way across the country and I see you in a suit, I got a problem.
Yeah.
Or at least give me a refund.
I'm about to say, get a refund.
Or at least give me a refund until another, you know what I mean?
And and we could definitely discuss this, coming up, because it's so many issues with it.
I agree.
Well, we'll see what happens with Kyrie Irving. But all my Facebook watchers, look at the comment down below. If you're on Facebook, we know we got a lot of love on Facebook. We want to get you over to YouTube. If you have a Gmail account, you're on YouTube, head over to to YouTube, type in the Flex Zone Podcast, hit that subscribe button. Take those phones, take those tablets, take your kids' phones and tablets if you got to. Hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you. But from one player who may not be with the team to another player, Raj and Crevonte, on your Washington Wizards, Bradley Beal. Raj, I'm gonna start with you real quick. Yes. He said he's decided on his future, but he said he's not going to share it right now. Bradley Beal has a player option of $36.4 million, so right under Kyrie. Really, actually more than Kyrie. Excuse me. So he signed a 2-year deal last year. Player option this year. Raj, what do you think his future is, and is it with the Wizards?
Now I know I said at the early part of the season that I think he should stay with the Wizards, because I like what the team that they had. I mean, I did like Kyle Kuzma, I did like Harrell and all them, and Dinwiddie and all those guys. They played well. KCP, the first part of the season, it looked like we had some hope. It looked like we had some hope as Wizards fans, but as the year went through, it trickled down to being the same old Wizards, and most of those guys got traded. So, being that said, man, I think this is it for Bradley Beal. I think that he needs to move on and get with another franchise at this point, because the Wizards are constantly rebuilding. They have so many young players that is just no point of Bradley Beal staying there any longer to prolong his chances of getting a ring. I mean, he needs to go to a team right now and get a championship, man, because this just isn't it. This ain't it, man. This ain't it. And don't get me wrong, I do like the current Wizards team that they have now, I mean, they have a little bit of hope, but at this point, this brother's pushing 30, and it's just he don't need to be wasting his time with the Wizards. He just doesn't need to do that. So hopefully, a team like maybe the Lakers, maybe Clippers, maybe
Heat, Miami
whoever.
Heat.
Screw Miami. Those teams can get a guy like Bradley Beal, and he can help them out. But yeah, his time with the Wizards should be a wrap, man. It should be over. It's time for them to part ways with Bradley Beal. I mean, there's just no need to have him anymore. I mean, they be wasting his time at this point. He should be
Crevonte, I
playing
gotta
in
go.
May and June.
Crevonte, I gotta go to you next. Rod is hoping he may be a Laker. Do you see him staying with the Wizards this year, or is it going to be this his last year? What do you think happens, Crevonte?
I think, and I agree with Raj. I do like how the team is well, I liked it before the Dinwiddie trade. I like how it was constructed, but I mean, we don't know how to manage. Like we just don't know how to manage a winning team, and we're not, and ultimately we're not competing. We are not competing in the East. We're just not. Like at best, we're probably in that 8th, 9th range, probably. And for a guy such who still plays at a high level and is uber talented, he deserves the opportunity to really compete, because I can honestly say of his career, he's probably only legit been in competition, like legit competing for a potential championship, maybe a couple years. And that was back when Wizards was going at the Celtics real crazy. But outside of that, we haven't really been in competition, and I'm cool with it. Like I'm okay with it. Like I was cool with Wall leaving, and I was cool, and I will be cool if Bradley Beal decides to go on, because I get it. We're not competing, and you're almost at that hill. You're almost at that 30 hill, and we all know what happens to athletes after 30. They don't get better. They typically they get smarter, but physically they don't get better. So while he's still playing at a high level, he can help a championship caliber team, a team that's in legit competition, to win a ring. Like such as, even though Rod doesn't like it, but Miami is a perfect place.
That's what I've been saying for like 2 years, Crevonte. I said Miami gets him. That's that
Yeah,
piece they
yeah,
need.
absolutely. Because the only thing Miami needs is a go-to guy,
Yep.
a legit go-to guy that can score. And game in, game out, not here and there, game in, game out. And he'll be perfect. But I mean, the Clippers are an option. Who knows? The Lakers are an option, which I would hate to see. But who knows? I don't know what the Milwaukee Bucks cap situation looks like, but Milwaukee potentially, like there's options.
So
And
we doing that
there's
Chris
quite.
Middleton for Bradley Beal, Crevonte? Chris Middleton for Bradley Beal?
Hey man, listen, Raj. I'm not a fan of Chris. I'm not that big of a fan of Chris Middleton, but I'd rather get something for Bradley Beal as opposed to nothing.
I see Chris Middleton. I wouldn't do the deal if I was the Wizards.
Well, look, I was
Not
going
because
Giannis's
Chris
younger brother.
Middleton.
You can have Giannis's little brother too.
Not because Chris Middleton is a terrible player, but I think he plays well off Giannis. I think he's a great player for Giannis. I don't think they need Bradley Beal at all.
No, they don't need. But if you want to put them over the top, I'm saying.
I think Middleton does that. They missed him last year. I mean, well, this past postseason, missed him big time.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Go ahead, Dre.
Great points, gentlemen. Bradley Beal is the NBA's East Coast version of Dame Dollars. He's been loyal to Washington to a default, and if he leaves, you guys can't be mad, because I think that brother has given his all. If he does stay with Washington, he can sign a 5-year, $45 million extension, or he can leave. And if he goes to another team, it'd be 4 years, $182 million if he changes teams. You guys brought up Milwaukee, which is the sleeper team, they're saying. The Lakers, of course, are on that list. And I think all of us here are vying for, if he goes to Miami, Miami is the clear-cut favorites in the East, hands down. I don't even care what Brooklyn does at this point. I think that they would honestly be the team to beat right there with the Milwaukee Bucks. Then I would probably follow up with maybe the Celtics in the mix, but I think that he could put Miami over the top because, as you could see, if Jimmy just had somebody else out there to help score, I think the Miami Heat are in the NBA Finals, and they were damn near close to being in the NBA Finals especially after the performance that Jimmy Butler gave, and then somebody like Bradley Beal, who's never been on that stage to that degree. Crevonte is right; he's been in the playoffs, but not to that degree of how deep of a playoff run Miami just had. So I think that to me, the Miami Heat is the perfect place for him if he were to leave the Wizards and to give him that championship pedigree. I would definitely take Bradley Beal over Kyrie Irving, but I just don't think that, honestly, I think the Lakers just have too many moving pieces right now to orchestrate a championship pedigree right now, as opposed to Miami, which I feel like Miami could give him what he's looking for and seeking.
Well, we'll see what happens with Bradley Beal and what happens possibly this coming week with the draft coming up. But before we get to the draft, real quick,
Oh,
for
yo,
go ahead,
B.
Conte.
Yeah, I don't. Okay. We are talking about Golden State. I was going to respond to B Snow's
Yes, yeah, I had put his
comment
comment up. Yep.
Comment up. You had it up earlier, but we was going on and on. And I talked to him like right before it started, and I thought he was absurd, and he kind of was. He said Warriors in 5, and I was like, I think that's a bit much. But we did agree that, but we had similar points with how it would unfold, and I said Warriors in 6, and I just felt as though that as the series got deeper, I felt like that favored the Warriors because the Warriors been there, done that over the past 8 years, and the Celtics just haven't been there. You know what I'm saying? They're young, inexperienced, and just don't know. It is nothing against it. It's just that you put people in new situations and they don't do so well. It's because they don't know, not that they don't know how to play basketball or whatever. But and we'll nitpick the Celtics later. But just wanted to throw it out there. Warriors in 6. It happened.
Any other thoughts on the series, Crevonte? I mean, it played out kind of the way a lot of us up here thought. 6 games, like you said, the experience showed, and Steph showed why we may be playing in Steph's era. I know we say LeBron all the time, but we may be playing in Steph's era.
So it's crazy you say that because, and one of my homeboys, Chance,
shout out to Chance.
He comments from time to time. He's probably working right now, but he had a status up that said, "Yo, why?" Basically, in so many words, why every time somebody asks a superstar or just poses a question, generally speaking, about the finals, somehow, some way, LeBron's name gets brought up like all the time, and it's like, bro, he wasn't in the playoffs. Like, how the hell does his name keep getting brought up? And I was like, yo, I don't know. So it's so interesting because the Warriors just won 4 championships, 6 appearances in 8 years. So whose era is it really? And by era, what time frame are we talking about? Because
has LeBron James not been in a huge part of the NBA Finals? And a lot of those ones that Steph was a part of, LeBron James was also a part of them. So yes, LeBron James' name needs to be right there when we talk about the NBA Finals. And LeBron James is still.
If he didn't make the playoffs, no, he doesn't. If he didn't make the playoffs, no, he doesn't.
And he's still one of the top players in the NBA.
Did he make it to the playoffs?
No, not this year.
But why is his name being mentioned? That's what I'm saying. Why is your name mentioned? You're not there.
But I just said the point. I said that he's still one of the greatest players of this generation. When we think about the NBA Finals, we still think about LeBron and Steph are the only two right now.
Who else do we do that for? Who else do we do that for?
Right now, it's just them two because they're
No. I'm saying, who else have we ever did that for? You made the finals and somebody else's name get brought up. When does that ever happen?
Well, they did that when they did that during the Kobe era. They talked about Kobe Bryant a lot. It was because it was always during that time. It was always either the Lakers in the mix or the Spurs.
Nobody ever talked about another. They talked about another team. They never talked about another player. That's my point. They know when it was Kobe, it was Kobe. Now they did bring up Shaq because of obviously the separation. Now that's different. That was a dispute. But nobody's ever when somebody else has, especially after they won a championship, has brought up another guy. Never.
I'm pretty sure that they did it during
the Jordan era. Issue. And that's my issue.
Well, let me jump in real quick. I just want to say congratulations to the Golden State Warriors. I did have them winning the NBA championship. They was my team to make the finals, and I did have them winning ultimately. So, yes, I'm very happy that they won. Now, this debate that you're having between LeBron and Steph Curry, to be honest with you, LeBron James is a great player, of course, one of the all-time greats. But I think Steph Curry owns this generation because he's changed the game. Like literally, he came in midway and like changed everything about basketball, especially the way you play nowadays. So his 3-point shooting mixed with the play freestyle that Golden State has over there in Golden State, I think is conducive to the way that a lot of people should. It is conducive to the way that everybody should be playing basketball nowadays. Everybody should be playing exactly how Golden State is playing. They should be sharing the ball with everybody. There shouldn't be that much ISO ball. It should be a nice free flowing system that Golden State has. And with that said, that's why I have to give it to the light-skinned babyface assassin, because he's changed the way the game has been played. Now, LeBron James, I mean, yes, he didn't make the playoffs this year. It really wasn't his fault. A lot of his team was hurt, and I mean, I know that's an excuse, but it is what it is. But I'm just saying, man, in my own observation, and the way I've been watching basketball as of late, Steph Curry is that man, and LeBron James. To me, this is that, and the one in 2020 that he got, to me, that's his last championship. He's never going to get another championship again after that. But Steph Curry has about 2 to 3 more years to get, I don't know, 2 or 3 more rings. So ultimately, it's going to go to him anyway, and he's going to be in the playoffs even more than LeBron James is. So he's going to own it. Gold-blooded is the name that Byron picked, and is well deserved. And yes, it is what it is, Dre. I mean, as much as I know how much you love LeBron, but right now it's Steph Curry's league, and until somebody can dethrone him completely, I just don't see it, man. And plus, plus the way he plays, he could play for another 5 to 6 years and still play at this high level because he doesn't go inside that much. He's a jump shooter, so yeah, it is the dynasty is not over with yet.
Dre, you got the last rebuttal because we'll have to do a separate topic because the conversation now is Steph Curry a top 10 player, and we can do that next week. We can do that next week. We can let the chips fall. That'll be next week's big thing since Kyrie was big this week. We'll do our top 10. Maybe we'll do a top 10 list, and we'll see where everybody has everybody, and we'll see if Steph makes top 10, and we'll have our arguments. But Dre, I'll give you the last word, brother.
I do agree that the Golden State Warriors are a team that's probably going to compete for the next couple of years. That Steph Curry is a great player and that he did change the game. But when I think about the NBA Finals, I think about 2 people within this whole generation: LeBron James and Steph Curry. So I don't mind LeBron's name being mentioned, especially because LeBron has beaten Steph Curry in a historic fashion for an NBA championship. I know it was one. It should have been a couple more.
Out of how many?
But I mean, look. I mean, there were many other factors. There were many other factors too. So
out of how many? No. You always bring up excuses when it's about LeBron. How many did he lose?
It's not an excuse. I mean, it's kind of an excuse when you add Kevin Durant, one of the greatest players to that team. So
I mean, can we say not 1, not 2, but 3?
I mean, talk about the whole thing.
But I mean, because friend of the show, El Crawford, he said himself. He said KD robbed LeBron basically of 2 championships.
It is what it is, man.
So I mean,
I mean,
like
LeBron robbed Golden State and won.
Anybody. He beat LeBron for 2 championships. That's what happened. We saw it happen.
So, Mark brought up a good point too. Like he said, 10 times that man has been. So, hats off to both men. And I can't wait for this.
By all means, but don't mention him when he didn't make the playoffs. That's my thing. Don't talk about him. He didn't make the playoffs. I'm not trying to hear about him. After I just won, I'm not trying to hear LeBron's name.
Because he's still the face of the league, and this is still
not.
The face of the league is Steph Curry. That's who the face of the league.
Right. It's not even what? Face of the league. Especially you ain't even win. You won 2 years ago.
Well, before
and
that,
I got
the face of the league could have been Giannis.
Well, a little flex on homework, fellas. Get your top 10 list together. You got a week, and we'll talk about it next week, brothers. I'm sure it'll be an interesting debate.
And Byron, and since when we get credit for appearances?
Hey, Bill Russell got what, about 12 or 13?
I mean, Jerry West got how many appearances?
He got about 14 appearances, but 13 of them.
Yeah.
Jerry West was in the finals.
We don't give credit for appearances. How many did you win?
Yeah, but I mean, they didn't have to go through what LeBron James went through either. So,
are you serious? Bro, Jerry West went through hell, literally.
First of all, we're not gonna act like he ain't had the best team for 4 years and only won 2 championships. That's not what we're gonna do.
Okay, one of them. Granted, he
won.
He was it was his fault. The other one, his team didn't show up. LeBron showed up, but the rest of his team didn't show up.
It's always an excuse for LeBron. When LeBron loses, it's always an excuse. It's always an excuse.
As far as I'm concerned, they should have went 4 for 4 in Miami.
Yo, that's as great as that team was.
That last 4 for 4. There was no way. There was no way. They were shooting historic numbers from 3.
I don't care. I don't care.
You don't care. If somebody's shooting historic numbers from 3, what are you going to do to stop it?
Who was the better team? The better team was LeBron's team, and they lost.
Where's the help?
The help. Now, see, every time LeBron loses, it's an excuse. But every time he wins, you want to put him over the top.
It can't you be put him over the top out there.
He ain't have Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. Hey, man, you went there.
A depleted Dwayne Wade.
You went there.
He can still jump. He can still play.
Well, next week, like I said, basketball's over. Football isn't here yet. We'll have a whole hour to debate our top 10. So Flex Zone family, we'll put some out there for you guys, probably on social media this week. We'll do a top 10 list. Each of us will give our top 10 breakdown. We'll debate. We'll have some arguments, see who is those that we think are the top 10 of all time. Does Steph Curry make people's list? Is LeBron number 1 on some people's list? Trey, we'll see. But we'll talk about it next week here on the Flex Zone podcast. But this week, we got the NBA draft coming up.
I disagree.
Crevonte, you know where some people going on the list, brother.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I disagree.
Real quick, because we're going to probably, Crevonte and I do a couple draft profiles on a few players this week coming up. And we'll keep you posted on that. Crevonte, real quick. Anybody else? Real quick thoughts on the draft this week. Anything you would like to see? Anything you think could happen? Any trades? Any players you want to see get drafted? Think could be a next big star?
I just want to say, but before you go, Crevonte, I just got one thing to say. Yes. I'm just praying that the Wizards get a good pick. That's all I'm having. Whoever you pick, please let this man be a good player for the Wizards because they're about to blow it up again. Bradley Bill's gonna be gone, and it's gonna be rough again, like it always is. So whoever it is, please let it be a good player, and that's about it.
Well, Raj, will you be able to join us live? Because we probably might do a live stream to see your reaction.
Brother, I will be live with you that Thursday night because leading into that Thursday night, I'm turning another age. So
yeah, that is true, brother. Early birthday celebration. So we'll have to have live and hey, if you're gonna be on with me, I know Crevonte will probably join me, so we'll have a party.
Yes, I will be present for Thursday's show.
Real quick before Crevonte goes, Dre, any thoughts? Real quick, anything you want to see?
I'm curious to see who Orlando picks because Orlando having the number 1 pick for the 4th time within their organization.
For the 4th time. All right, my bad.
I mean, I'm kind of with Mark though. This draft, I'm not excited about too much compared to other drafts, but I am curious to see what Orlando does with that number one pick, because I mean, they've had, this is an organization that's had Shaq, they've had Dwight Howard, so what do they do with this pick?
Go ahead, Crevonte, brother. Give you the last word.
Hey man, I completely understand where Mark Andre is coming from. There's no heavy hitters from there. There's no Zion Williamson. There's no John Morant's. There's damn sure no LeBrons. There's these guys are they will be serviceable at the next level. Will there be any stars here? Potential, potential for a couple if they go to the right spots, but I don't. I said those names to say I don't think a lot of these guys have to go to the right situation to be great. I don't think any of them could go anywhere and be that guy. Unfortunately, but I just wanted to say I hope Orlando does not take Holmgren. Um, I don't see the hype.
You
I'm
don't
not
like
gonna hold
Holmgren,
y'all.
Crevonte? Okay, we're gonna have an interesting
I
conversation.
do not.
Hmm.
I, I do not see the hype, bro. I don't see it. He is 7 feet, 102 pounds soaking wet. I don't. Nah, I'm cool, man. I am cool. Nah, but he legit like 195 though. So like he's
Uh,
a couple. He's a couple sticks out there, yo. Like he will get bullied by folks who are 6'9", who are smaller than him. And I just don't think. I don't see the hype. I don't see the hype in Holmgren. I really like. I like. Yeah, the Kings will blow them.
Yes, yes, they
hey,
will, Mark.
give us your pick then, Mark. And we'll take it. The Lakers fans will take your pick.
I like Jabari Smith out of Auburn,
I like him
and
too.
I like PB out of Duke. Um,
Von Carroll,
yeah, and I like those.
Dre's
Those are
boy
my
from Duke University.
yo. He's good, but he went to Duke, so he
Ah,
probably not gonna
I
do.
was a
He
hater.
probably not gonna do so. He probably not gonna do so well at the next level, but
Here we
it's
here we
whatever.
go. Here we go with the Duke slander. Here we go.
Hey,
Well,
man.
Crevonte,
Hey,
we'll get
baby.
together. We'll get together, Crevonte, probably tonight or tomorrow or Wednesday, and at least highlight
Yep.
the top three. 'Cause I think the top three are the best players, and then there's everybody else. If you want to argue top 10, go ahead. But Boncaro, Holmgren, and Smith are the top three, and we can talk about more in depth at these videos. But definitely want to talk about at least those three. I like Holmgren. I don't know if he's going to be great, but I think he can be serviceable at least. I don't know if he ain't got to stop. He ain't gonna stop nobody. But who does in the NBA today? So we'll see. We'll see. We'll
So,
see. He is a little though.
so, so you telling me there might be a lot of Michael Holloway candies in this draft,
Oh boy.
No, I'm not gonna say a lot of them. It's probably be more Jamal Mashburns, if anything.
well, Jamal Mashburn was a great player though.
That's
Well,
what I'm
not
like.
maybe great as a stretch. He
I
was a
don't know
good player.
about great. He was good.
He was
He was
good.
good.
He
He was
Antoine
good.
Jameson. He's like Antoine Jameson. That type.
Fair, fair,
That,
fair.
Well, we'll see. It'll be interesting to top three, and unfortunately, Mark, the Kings can't get right as they pick four, so they'll get the leftovers at pick number four, Mark. But we still love you. One more topic before we get the goofies of the week and get out of here. As I said, next week, homework, Flex Zone family, get your top 10 list together. We're doing our top 10 NBA players, and we're talking of all time because it was the 75th season, so we're going to put a bow on it the only way we can with a list and debate. We'll have a good long debate next week. But Roger had to get this topic in real quick out of one winning drive last week. Lamar did show up, but then it got kind of goofy with the press conference with the answers, him saying he doesn't know. Then Bashadi saying he doesn't feel like it's going to be a deal done this year. I may do a video tomorrow if I get some time talking about it or this week. But just your thoughts on Lamar. And they say he looks good. He's bigger, he's stronger, put on some weight, muscle, throwing the ball well, looks like, even though it's OTAs. Does he get that contract before the start of the season?
you know what? I just want to say shout out to my guy, our guy, Engraven. He had, did a video about this the same time around when Lamar did his press conference. And he said one thing that was profound in this press conference. And he said that Lamar was negotiating through the press conference. And you know what, man? Once I really thought about it and once I watched it again, that's exactly what he was doing. Uh, Lamar Jackson knew exactly what he was doing last week when he had his press conference with the Ravens. I mean, I mean, he's telling you right in your face, look, I want a certain amount of money. You're going to give me my certain amount of money, or there's going to be hell to pay. And doing it with a straight face and smiling and goofing around like he normally does, man. He was very serious about what he was saying, man. He was like, look, I'm going to play out this year. I'm going to play this year, but I am worth every penny that you're going to pay me. So you better give me my money and stop playing with me. That's basically what he was telling everybody. That's the simplest thing that he did. He was like, look, you're gonna give me my money, and I want it now. But yeah, yes, it was goofy, Byron. It was goofy to an extent, but I loved every bit of it. I love that he gave nothing to the. I love that he gave nothing to the public. He gave you absolutely nothing. He told you, look, am I going to go? Am I going to go to training camp? I don't know. Am I going to play week 1? I don't know. Am I going to come back next season? I would love to come back next season, but there's something. But we got to talk. We're talking right now, so that's what he was saying. We're talking throughout the whole press conference. We're talking. So, I mean, Ravens continue to keep talking. I think I did a video about this last week too. Bashadi, look, bro, this is your time to shine, man. I understand that Cleveland did a goofy thing with giving Deshaun Watson $230 million that he did not earn or deserve. But I just think you're gonna have to match it, bro. I think at this point, the cap is going up every single year. If you want to make an impression on Lamar Jackson, you better start at that number and move it on up for real. Keep your quarterback. Trust me, keep your quarterback. You do not want to start over again. Lamar Jackson is the key to this team. He is the franchise. He's proven it, especially when he's healthy. I mean, what else do you need to see, man? I mean, he can get you to playoffs. He can get you a playoff win. Can your defense show up? Can they stop somebody? Because they damn sure couldn't stop nobody last season. That was the biggest problem of the season, is that they couldn't stop anybody. And granted, we was missing all 3 of our running backs and some other offensive weapons before Lamar got hurt. He had us in first place. So, like I said before, pay your quarterback. Stop goofing around, because apparently it was goofy in the press conference, but the way I saw it, Lamar is all business right now. He is not playing with y'all. Give him his money, or he will go somewhere else, and they will give him the money.
Dre, you've been saying get that boy his money since day one.
I mean, to me, it shouldn't even have to come to this. But one thing I do like about Lamar, and I know we've called him Joe Fluco, but Joe Flacco.
Be respectful.
He gave it. Can I finish?
Go ahead. Continue.
He gave the blueprint when it comes to betting on yourself, because the Ravens a similar situation, and history always repeats itself. That man sat up there. We didn't think Joe was worth the money. He bet on himself, and that man had one of the greatest playoff runs in the history of the NFL and won a Super Bowl MVP. And the Ravens had no choice but to pay him his money. Granted, the Ravens team wasn't the same for years after that, and hence Lamar Jackson steps in. But the bottom line is, if I'm the Baltimore Ravens, you do not want history to repeat itself. You've already seen the writing on the wall. And I mean, like I said, like Byron said, I've been saying this from day one. That man won an MVP. He took you to the playoffs every year outside of last year when he got hurt. But I mean, his resume prior to that, like Unc said, this team was in first place. This team had no business being in first place. The Ravens had so many close games at the end, and it was 2 people that bailed them out. Lamar Jackson, and then all he had to do was just give it to Tuck, put him in a winning position, and Tuck could kick the field goal. That man alone is blockbuster, and we're talking about faces of organizations, faces of leagues. Lamar Jackson is both. I mean, people want to see Lamar Jackson. As a matter of fact, there are other players in the league that want to see Lamar Jackson. So pay that man. I don't understand all this talk about them. I mean, you've also got the example of the Dallas Cowboys, who sat up there for 2 years, sat up there, kept franchising Dak Prescott, and then but Dak Prescott got his money though. So I mean, at the end of the day, I don't understand all this hesitation when the quarterback position is the most prevalent position in the NFL. Pay your quarterback so that way, as you can see, without a quarterback, you're not going to win anything. And the Ravens were damn near on that verge before Lamar Jackson saved the day and got them into the playoffs. So pay that man his money. What the Ravens need to do, honestly, is write a blank check, because you'll be writing a whole lot of blank checks if he makes it to the Super Bowl and wins it. This man is focused this year, and he said he wants to win a Super Bowl for this organization, and I believe that he can. And my last note was that, like you say, he came back to camp bigger, stronger. I mean, Jalen Hurts. You see these guys are not playing this year when it comes to trying to get their money. They're all in. They're locked in, ready. They're loaded, and they want to win for their organizations. And I think Lamar Jackson, for damn sure, is capable of doing it for the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, before you go, Crevonte, I just want to say, and to say all of that, you haven't really given this man a weapon to play with. You have not given this man not one number one wide receiver to play with just yet. And he has every right to complain and be like, look, you still haven't given me the proper weapons that I need to be successful in the passing game. So you can go ahead, Crevonte.
Yeah, go ahead, Crevonte.
I need to find time to go before the Ravens fans at this point. So I just want to. I hate going behind it, but so a couple things. I just want everybody to notice and realize that Lamar Jackson said that we're not talking about it now. In regards to the contract, Lamar initiated the non-talking part of this, and now they're trying to talk, and it's not going to happen now. It's too late. It's not going to happen.
Well, he said we're talking. He did say we're talking now.
It's not going to happen. Like that should have been happened. If I'm putting my GM hat on, I'd have tried to pay him last year, because one thing you don't do is, once you find your guy at quarterback, pay him. As soon as you realize, like, yep, he's that guy, pay him. I'd have tried to. I'd be like, yo, Lamar, let's talk. We would have been talking last year this time. Like, bro, like, what's up? Like, can we talk about your contract with 2 years left? Can we talk? And maybe he probably been more willing to talk, and you would have got him at a better price. Because now you at the mercy of what he do. You at the mercy of what he do, same as Flacco and all that. We remember what happened. It was about 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was all there. And it's crazy that the Ravens are allowing history to repeat itself, which I think is crazy. But my thing is, as a GM, I'd have tried to pay Lamar last year. Because that's one thing. Yo, when you get your quarterback, you pay him. Like, I don't know what the Arizona Cardinals are doing. Like, I just don't get it. The same thing with the Cowboys. What are you doing? You paid Ezekiel Elliott first, and he had 2 years left on his contract. But you leave your quarterback high and dry. Now you gotta pay him. You pay him like $70 million the first year with all everything combined. Like, yo, why are you doing this? When you find your guy quarterback, you pay him. I don't care how early it is. Joe Burrow, I'm talking to Joe Burrow right now. That's real talk. If I'm in the Bengals, I'm talking to Joe Burrow right now. I'm talking extension right now.
Because
he's the guy.
You just give him $300 million guarantee right now, Crevonte.
Right now, you got it. We're not going to talk for the next 10 years though. No, that's the only thing. Like, yo, you take the contract, we're not going to talk again for the next 10 years. All right, next 8 to 10 years, we're not talking about this. We're not redoing it. We're not doing none of that though, because I have to cover myself as well. But yo, I'm not playing. Yo, when you find your guy, you lock him up, man. I don't know what the Ravens are doing. I'd have been talking to Lamar before last year. Because he's the guy. He's the man. Like, what are y'all not seeing that everybody else is seeing? And again, the earlier you pay, you see what the Kansas City Chiefs did. The Kansas City is the only team getting it right. Kansas City and Buffalo is the only ones getting it
I'm about to say, yeah, can't forget Buffalo because
Kansas City and Buffalo is the only one. They the only ones that's getting this quarterback stuff right. So take a page. Hey man, listen, I got a 6-year. If I'm talking to Joe Burrow tomorrow, yo, I got a 6-year extension for you. I got a 7-year extension. Like, yo, cause I'm not playing, bro. I got him. I got my guy. Because we all, Dre, you just said it. You don't have your quarterback, you don't have nothing. Trust me, I'm a Commanders fan.
Salute.
God damn it, you bastards.
God
damn it.
That one, brother. You walked into that one.
You don't have a quarterback, you ain't got squad, bro. And when you find your guy, pay him, like get into a relationship. All right, guys, let's talk about it. Get into a relationship with him. Make this long term, lock this thing up. Because you do that, you get a better chance of getting a ring. But I'm just saying, like, you know, what are we playing? What are we playing? Because the longer you wait, the more expensive it gets. It is what it is. And oh yeah, one more thing. Lamar Jackson is going to find it difficult, or the Baltimore Ravens are going to find it difficult to get a number one guy because they don't pass the ball first.
And they was lucky to have Joe.
That's going to be an ongoing problem.
They was lucky to have Joe and him back to back. And they should know because they struggled for years to get a quarterback before those two guys.
I'm trying to tell you, don't let history repeat itself.
Right about that. We shall see, and we will keep you posted each step of the way. There are rumors that the Ravens are also looking at veteran wide receivers. They need to focus on paying Lamar. But I'll digress. I'll leave that there. We'll get goofy because it's time, Crevonte, to get goofy with your goofy of the week. I believe you have one goofy of the week this week. You told me earlier, and I got a picture ready for you, brother.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
all yours, brother.
Welcome, good people, to Goofies of the Week, sponsored by the Flex Zone. Appreciate you guys for giving me a little bit of time. So let me tell America and the world what I thought was goofy this week. And y'all see, I had to come off the virtual background because for whatever reason my cards don't show. So I have two goofy cards, high level goofy and low level goofy. This is my low level goofy, jet green, or should I say Celtic green right about now. And I have my high level goofy. Boo, that's a goofy picture right there. God damn it, that's a goofy ass picture right there.
Just had to do it for you, brother. Had to do it for you. Had to do it for you. Had to do it for you, my brother.
And then we have high level goofy. The low level goofy is usually the most so funnier one. Not too harmful. We could get past it. We could get through it. It's funny. It has a chance to get more goofy, but chances are it won't. And of course, the high level goofy is the one that's over the top. We have to talk about it. We have to sit down and have an adult conversation because we've gone too far. People have gone too far. And my gosh, Byron, this is a good picture. God damn it, this is a really good picture.
Hey man, Google does the Lord's work. That's all I'm gonna say.
So the NBA finals have just concluded, and the Warriors had just had their parade earlier this year, and Klay Thompson was being extra goofy. He's not the guy, but I'm just saying what's been going on recently. The Warriors just beat the Boston Celtics 4-2, and Klay Thompson is out.
Raj?
What happened?
I was asking Raj if you like the picture.
Klay Thompson, y'all, we need to look him up. He might be goofy later on because he has been goofy on top of goofy on top of goofy throughout. Subtly, Klay Thompson has been goofy. But I'm gonna get into this brother right here. Because as soon as they crown the Golden State Warriors champions, we jump right into the offseason. And here we go. This guy is prospect number one for the offseason. Where is Kyrie Irving going to go? Is he going to stay? Is he going to opt out? Are they going to re-sign him? Are they going to trade him? Nobody knows. But my thing is, Kyrie Irving hasn't learned a damn thing since leaving the great LeBron James. He has not learned a goddamn thing. He hasn't adjusted his game. He left LeBron thinking he knew what it was, thinking he could win. Oh, I don't need LeBron. I don't need that. Goes to Boston, falls on his face. Goes to Brooklyn, falls on his face. And he had a similar caliber player in Kevin Durant. Now, obviously, COVID and things like that are factors, but Kyrie Irving, it's word on the street that Kyrie Irving, he might go to La La Land. And by La La Land, I mean the Lakers. We're not talking about the Clippers now. We only talk about the Lakers until Kawhi comes back. But it's rumored that he may go to La La Land. And I just gasped. Not La La Land. Not with who's over at La La Land? Number 23 or number 6? Whatever number he wearing now. Not with LeBron James. Not the guy who he left and said he could do all bad by himself. and then went through a couple other places and found out, damn, being bad is tough. Doing bad by himself is pretty tough. He's like that disgruntled girlfriend who left you and couldn't do better. That's who Kyrie is. Kyrie is the disgruntled girlfriend that couldn't do better. And now it looks like they're trying to find his way back to get that old thing back. That's what it looks like. But my thing is, Lakers, please. Y'all been my goofies of the week for a nice amount throughout the NBA season. The Lakers somehow, some way, shape, or form found their ways into goofies of the week. Don't go in there in the off season. Don't do this. Don't do this. Every player y'all get, look at their track record. I mean, you didn't do it with Russell Westbrook, but look at the track record and what they do and how they play and how they adjust. More importantly, how they adjust. And for those that don't adjust, don't get them. Russell Westbrook. The guys don't know how to adjust. They play one way. Kyrie Irving. There's not much adjusting. What's the difference between Kyrie in Cleveland and Kyrie in Brooklyn? What's the difference? He's older. He's older. What's up, Dre?
I mean, honestly, towards the end of Cleveland, yeah, he had issues. Then there was towards the end at Boston, he had issues. And now he's with the Nets. It's just, but I think the saying goes, if you think everybody's the problem, but you're the centerpiece, then you're the problem, or however the saying goes. So,
I was just gonna say he's unvaccinated. That was gonna be my response.
And it's crazy because
that's crazy because I mean, it was granted it was a selfish choice in a team sport, but I digress.
Hey, listen, we talk about life and we talk about potential life and death. I get it. I don't mind this. I don't mind him being selfish in that sense because we're not talking about just no regular type of thing going on. But he is
his choice.
But he is a selfish player. He is. And he's always let that bum walk.
Hey, Jerron, go to you. I'm proud, brother, if you ain't already.
What are the intangibles? Which is a lot of things. With some things we don't talk about. What are the intangibles that Kyrie Irving brings? A fucking headache. That's the intangible. He brings a headache. Something intangible that you don't really bring. You bring it, but it's not a physical thing. A headache. That's what he brings. And I don't think the Lakers, LeBron James ain't got time for no headaches, y'all. LeBron James has been in this league 20 years, done a lot of great things. He's trying to go off nicely into his sunset whenever it goes. And sunset, quote unquote. Y'all see that pun there? Okay. Sunset, right? You don't want to bring him on and he don't feel like playing on Thursdays. Oh, he feeling away on the Fridays. He feeling away on Tuesdays. We ain't got time for that. Listen, man, he's already close enough.
Let me repeat it for Jerron. Hey, Jerron, if you're not on YouTube, the YouTube page, hit the Flex Zone podcast on YouTube and subscribe, brother, please.
Yo, he's close enough to New York, but playing for the Knicks and playing for the Lakers are two different animals. They are two completely different animals. And if he already has a problem with the press conferences and talking out and getting agitated and all that stuff, like he ain't caused all the mess that he's in. But it's only going to get worse if you go to the Knicks or the Lakers, which is your pretty much the top two places. That's that he would top two landing spots for him. Why would you put that type of pressure on yourself? It's bad enough you playing with a superstar, and you're not bringing it. You know what I'm saying? So for all that, you might as well go to the cellar in La La Land and play for the Clippers. The reporters leave after they done with the Lakers, and they forget about the Clippers until, like I said, until Kawhi come back. Hey man, it ain't too much going on down there and after the Lakers. But again, Kyrie's gonna do Kyrie things, which are very, very, very goofy things. Again, like I said earlier, work plan. Come on, guys. We got the first thing, day one. If Coach Ham, if he goes to the Lakers, Coach Ham, he's gonna bring. He should have papers like this. He should have papers just like this. Say, Kyrie, please have a seat. We have this for you. Oh, don't mind that. That's just a goofy card. Sorry. But the next page is your work plan.
Not the shuffling of the papers. Need a stapler.
Here's your work plan. Brother. No, we will staple it after he's done because we don't want him to complain that he get a scratch or anything on his fingers. We will staple it after we're done.
Not a paper cut.
We won't want no paper cuts. We don't want no staple cuts. We don't want nothing. We want him to be able to look at the page and flip the page. Look at the page and flip the page. Look at the page and flip the page for however many pages there are. You can have your lawyers look at it, whatever you want to do, but this is a work plan. You're going to do things like this, Kyrie, because everywhere you've been outside of Cleveland, you dictated what's going to happen and how it's going to happen. And here, it's not going to work. All right? So he's going to have these papers. This is going to be the first card, and this is going to be the card on the back end. Staple them papers together, Dre. He signed them. I need you to sign. I need you to initial, and I need you to, and sign again, saying you understand what's being asked of you. Other than that, we don't need your services. That's what you got to do with guys like this. They're going to come in and think he's going to do what he wants because he won a championship under LeBron James. Whatever. He would manage to hurt. Now he managed to hurt himself. Oh, and he would say something along the lines of, "Oh, it was so much paperwork. My brain is tired. My mind is tired, and I need a couple days off." Nah, brother. I need you to read and understand what these papers are saying. You can bring your lawyers or whoever. We got representation too. But you're not going to do what you did the last two places you've been. That's just the fact of the matter is. Now, this is one of those goofies where I'm going to catch it. If it happens, it's going to be worse. But I think this is a high-level goofy still, nonetheless. Because this will be his fourth team? Because I'm
yes,
sure.
Cavaliers, Celtics, Brooklyn, and whoever next. Yes.
Yeah. So this is his fourth team. Yeah, y'all gotta come in there and be like, "Yo, listen, lay down the law, and let him know what it is." Because again, look at his track record. That I don't think enough people do this. I don't think enough GMs and management teams do this when they pick players. Look at their track record. Their track record tells you who they are. So when he comes and he does the same thing, you shouldn't be surprised. So listen, if y'all want to continue to laugh about this, go ahead, Lakers. Go ahead. Pick Kyrie Irving. Hell, keep Westbrook too. Keep Westbrook too. Keep it all in the family, baby.
Yeah.
Keep it all in the family, baby.
Can you imagine that as a disaster, Kyrie and Westbrook? Oh my God.
And AD, the Glass man, Mr. Glass.
Street clothes.
Yo, listen, they're gonna be fighting. Yo, they gonna tip the ball, and AD gonna tip the ball, and Kyrie Irving and Russell Wilson, where he fight for the ball in the backfield, and then after AD hits it and lands on his feet, he gonna be on the ground telling some and LeBron James gonna be like, I quit. I quit.
Allen Houston 2.0.
I quit everything. I quit basketball. That's what LeBron gonna say. I quit basketball. Take his jersey off, and that's gonna be it. That's gonna be his retirement. That's it. But wouldn't that be a wild turn of events? AD taps the ball, he comes down, tears his ACL, and then Kyrie Irving and Westbrook fight for the ball in the backcourt, and they get an 8-second violation. LeBron will leave. But anyway, that's my little goofy of the week, Kyrie Irving and his goofy track record, and where he's gonna go to next. Which means, and where he goes to next is probably going to be a bigger media draw than the Nets. Which is something I don't think he really wants. But that's neither here nor there. He's goofy nonetheless. Kyrie Irving. Y'all know my line. There's a thin line between goofy and great, and Kyrie Irving is on the wrong end of it, like he usually is.
Thank you for that, Crevonte. And Jerron, Kyrie recruited KD to go to Brooklyn. How you think KD feel right now?
Hey, KD's stupid too. KD's goofy here too. KD is very goofy too because you left a good thing for a BS thing. You left a real good thing. You left the grass is green. What Chris Brown say?
And the grass ain't greener on the other side.
Go ahead, Rod. Sing it again,
bro.
Oh yeah.
Yo,
on the other side.
Yo, you left a good thing.
But no, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not. Let me say this real quick because I have to say it. Katie is a modern woman. I'm sorry. Continue, Crevonte. My bad.
I'm done, Raj. I am done. I said my line. I'm done. I said my line. I am done.
You know he's gonna come for you.
I know he is. He's petty. He gonna come at me on Twitter on a different burner account. Let me stop.
Hey, listen, that means he's watching.
I know he is.
I'm cool with it.
Hey, whatever I sit in at the chicken box, please don't destroy that seat, Katie. I'm just joking, man. I'm joking. You're not a modern woman. I'm sorry. I apologize. But you should have stayed your ass with Golden State, though.
Crevonte, thank you for that goofy of the week. Congratulations, Flex Zone family. We have hit 700 subscribers, so big shout out to everybody out there for watching. Just check the Twitter, YouTube, excuse me. Got 700 subscribers, so thank you everybody for that. Watching, subscribing, liking. Raj, let people know how to join the Flex Zone family and what they need to do.
Please, if you have not subscribed to the Flex Zone podcast on YouTube, please subscribe to the Flex Zone podcast on YouTube. We got plenty of content. More content come during the NBA draft, during the AEW Dynamite this week, doing some draft profiles, I believe. Got a lot of shit going on, man. So if you have not joined the Flex Zone podcast, if you have not told somebody that loves sports that we do a sports podcast, god damn it, you tell them that we do a damn sports podcast on YouTube called the Flex Zone podcast, and you make sure you take their goddamn phones, you subscribe to their goddamn pages. Because goddamn it, we're doing a lot of goddamn great things on there. So damn it, do it now. Stop playing with me. And I'm
Hey, that's what you want for your birthday. More subscribers for the Flex Zone.
That's right. That's what I want. That'd be a great thing. Take everybody's phone, subscribe to the page if you haven't done it. Do it.
Appreciate that, Raj. Dre, episode 348 next week. Looks like we're doing a top 10 list. And how can the people keep up with you? Start that day with a cup of Dre.
Top 10 list. And we'll talk about the return of John Cena, 20 years. So hats off to the great John Cena. They can catch me Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Good morning, Baltimore. 88.9 FM. I do the Flex Zone Sports Report, both on Mondays and Wednesdays. So make sure y'all, when y'all hear me, y'all hear the team. So when it's one of us, it's all of us. So
that's right.
Crevonte, senior producer, Draft profiles, not as many as NFL, so I ain't gonna overwhelm you, my brother.
Right. We're not even gonna be up all night messing with them.
I just want to highlight the top three, and if there's another one or two that we need to talk about, but definitely the top three. We're gonna get together and make that happen. That'll be out before the draft on Thursday.
Yep, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got to get to bed early myself. But hey, executive producer Andre Melton, senior producer Crevonte Hurd, social media producer Raj, Big Raj, the birthday boy this coming week. Host with the Moist God's favorite. We are still America's Moist One, Crevonte. We the ones. Make sure you acknowledge us. Only place giving you your sports how you want it, fellas.
When you need it.
Yes, as Raj said, make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Hit that like button. More videos coming this week. Draft profiles, live stream of the draft. Probably be live for AEW. I might be live Sunday for Forbidden Door pay-per-view, Raj. So we'll see. And next Saturday, a week from Saturday, Money in the Bank. WWE will be live once again for that. Hopefully Dre will join me. I know Lamar will join me. I know Big Raj will be here. A Saturday night event, so not on a Sunday. So it'll be Saturday. We'll be live. As always, subscribe. Appreciate it. 700 subscribers. Keep hitting that like button. Keep subscribing. We'll be talking top 10 NBA players next week. And of course, the return of the face that runs the place, much like Dre, John Cena from Texas. The only thing I'm actually looking forward to next week on Raw, but it will be goofy, I'm sure. And let us know your thoughts on the Kyrie Irving situation. LeBron, who is your top 10? That's your homework this week, Flex Zone family. And we'll be doing our list as well. We can make it out of here. Put the kids to bed. Appreciate it once again. For Crevonte, for Dre, and Big Raj, I'm BKD. Peace.
Peace.